Okay, let's take a much closer look now at this version of our Wafer Ultima pullover. The wafers are designed for super lightweight backpacking, ultra lightweight trekkers, long distance trekking, and for racers, of course, lightweight racing. And they've got a typical operating temperature of 0 degrees centigrade. Now the Wafer Ultima is distinct from the Wafer with a couple of details. First of all, it has a very high collar. It's quite distinct. It comes up under the chin, and that's designed to seal out cold, really effectively keeping extra warmth around your neck. And the other detail which is distinct with the Ultimas is they've got a very long body. They come down onto the hip, slightly lower over the waist, and covering the kidneys and the back very, very well, and that really helps protect the back area particularly, and really helps seal in the warmth around that area. Now let's run through the features that are particularly unique to this one. This one is made in This Wafer Ultima pullover is made with an outer of ultra shell. Now ultra shell is a proofed fabric. It's got two coatings on it, two proofings. The first proofing is on the outer. It's a DWR sprayed on proofing, and that creates that beading effect to let water run off. If it rains or if there's drizzle, it runs off the fabric. But the really clever proofing, the best proofing and the permanent proofing is on the underside of the fabric. It's a spray-on treatment, it's a lightweight proofing, and it gives a really good degree of waterproofing, and it's breathable. So it's very smart because that's a permanent proofing. It can't be rubbed off, and it gives it this water resistant ability of the fabric throughout the garment's life. And that's very, very useful if you're going to be in situations where you get condensation in the tents, or you've got wet gear in the tent, or there's lightweight rain, drizzle, very lightweight drizzle. It'll cope very well with that. Now let's just look at the pullover in more detail. It's got a short zip to save weight, makes it a lighter top, but it's quite a decent length zip actually. It comes quite far down, so it's useful. It's very good for, obviously, for putting the jacket on, but also it's long enough to give some ventilation. Now these pullovers are quite unique in their pocket. They're hand warmer pockets. That means when you put your hand in, the hand goes under the down, so they make them a superb way of getting your hands warm. The hand actually goes inside the garment effectively, because the pocket bag is on the inside there, under the down. So it really effectively gives you a place to warm your hands. But also with these, it's a through pocket, so you can actually put your hands straight through, so you can put your hands together inside. It's quite good actually. It is a very effective way to put your hands, if your hands are cold, we're used to, if your hands are very cold, particularly after a race or something, if your hands have got cold and you're rubbing your hands to get them warmed up again, you can do that inside the pocket and get the insulation value that you're getting from the garment. The bottom of the jacket is lycra, hemmed to pull it in to stop any cold air getting in, and the cuffs are lycra edged, lightweight, very effective, stopping cold air getting in, and also stopping the sleeve going down past your wrist. So there we are. That is the beautiful Wafer Ultima pullover. It's available in different sizes, of course, cut to order, made to order, but also it is available with a optional hood. Very, very warm, down-filled hoods. Lightweight hoods are very, very useful, particularly in camp, and particularly if you're going to sleep with more insulation. Now, while we're at it, let's just have a look at, so the typical operating temperature of this garment is 0 degrees C, so it makes it very, very good for those cold, cool camps at the end of the day, after a day on the hill. But there is also another rating I'm going to give you, which is for using the clothing as part of a sleep system. In other words, to use the clothing as part of the insulation inside your sleeping bag to boost the warmth of that sleeping bag. And that allows you to take a much lighter sleeping bag. So if you are going to use the Wafer Ultima pullover and Wafer trousers, that's how they pack down. And of course, Wafer socks, you need another layer of insulation on your feet as well to get a sleep system. Then the full set of clothing, the top, the trousers and the socks, that will give a lift of 5 degrees C to your sleeping bag. So if your sleeping bag is rated at 0 degrees centigrade, wearing the clothing inside it takes it down to -5 degrees centigrade. So it's a really superb way of using lightweight kit, and a very good way of using the jacket, particularly that you'd already take with you on the hill. The only additional kit you would need is the socks and the trousers, but a very good way of creating a sleep system out of your lightweight kit. Okay, cheers.